Hey guys, so today I would love to share with you a little rule of thumb that I have that I'm applying in my life. So I see this question come up a lot in all the different ways where people are starting to wake up, people are starting to become conscious, of their inner world. They start to become aware of the power of their minds and stuff like triggers and shadows and ego and then a common question becomes like, well, in any given situation, how do I know whether whether it's this person that needs to sort his or her shit out or it's me? Um, yeah, it's actually one of the kind of like the bigger questions in a sense that started me out on a lot of other questions and just started to unravel and clarify a lot of things for me once I got to kind of the essence of this dilemma. So, a rule of thumb that I have for my life is no matter the circumstance, no matter the situation, no matter the person, no matter the details, if I feel it, if I react to it, if I get triggered, so react to it, I mean internally. I'm always speaking about internally, nothing externally usually. If I react to something internally, if I feel a judgment coming up, or anger, or sadness, or feeling triggered in any way, this is when I take note. This is when I'm like, I have something to look at here. And as much as possible, really do not even consider the other person and their actions, except for in an objective way, without trying to ascribe any bad or good or positive or negative or any kind of moral value to it. We're not here to figure other people's business out. We're not here to save or change anyone. We're here just to come to know ourselves and grow as a person. So, like I said, in any given situation, so as an example, how that could play out very generally is if someone does something that you are just completely, this is something that you do not like, do not prefer, do not agree with. So how I would deal with that is I make it neutral. This person does something or does not do something, and I'm not the one that gets to decide whether that's a good or a bad thing. Not at all. No one knows where the other person is in their journey. All I know is my preference. Do I like this? Yes or no? That's fine. And how I internally respond to it. If something is not my preference, but there is nothing for me to look at, it just feels like, all right, I don't prefer that, and I walk away, or I, you know, let the other person know that this is the end of the communication or whatever the situation calls for. If I, however, something is not my preference, I don't like this particular situation for whatever reason, but if I get triggered, if I feel a judgment, if I feel like, wow, like it just upsets me a lot or even upsets me a little, to be honest, I will really not walk away from that responsibility anymore, that opportunity also to look at what's going on there. Yeah, for me, this is kind of like a fail-safe, foolproof way of determining what's your shit, what's my shit. Usually it's a combination, but I find that usually in the combination is still, well, he did something, so I'm just gonna focus on that, or she said this thing, so instead of focusing on my trigger, my thing, my stuff, I'm just gonna focus on the righteous fact that, like everyone would agree with me what this person did or said. I just cut it right there. I just cut it. If I feel it, I'm gonna look at it. The other person, there was a situation, it's neutral, and even the situation usually determines 100% at how you look at it. It's never a situation. Yeah. So it really helps to start clearing through your shit, take more responsibility where it's necessary, and also to not take on any responsibility when it's not necessary. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if there's any topics that you would like me or Tess to talk about, and see you next time.